know if you're having a problem with sleeping, a lot of people think they have a problem with insomnia. You don't have a problem with insomnia. The medical term is called broke-acidness. If you can fix your broke-acidness, you'll sleep very well. Fix your income, you're going to sleep really well. I've been doing this over 25 years, and I'm very aware of the pain that agents have felt lately. Listen, you are not alone. If you feel like it, I'm worried about what's happening with the real estate market. I'm worried about how people are looking at us now. I'm worried that I keep paying all this extra money and all of these companies are combining to come against us to own the market, to own the leads, to own the listings online. And we feel like a victim. I understand why you feel that way. And listen, it's because you're losing right now, not because you're winning. If I can get you winning, you can become a contributor to the business and you're going to feel very good about where you're at. But let me state a question to you. Do you have the fundamentals in place within your business? Do you have the fundamentals in place? Do you have a consistency in your real estate business? I've always said a lot of real estate agents, they have a license, but they don't have a business built around that license. I want you to follow me for a second. You're licensed, which gives you the legal right to sell homes, but show me your operating system around that. Show me the marketing pieces that you use to generate leads. Show me the conversion sequences that you use to convert those leads. Show me the step-by-step presentation that you utilize to conquer all objections, to make sure they sign on the spot, to get them to work with you. Do you really have a systematic approach around your real estate license? If you don't, most of your business is coming from past clients and referrals. And that's great when the market's hot, but it's not so good when the market's not flaming hot at that time. So let me tell you a little bit more about me. If you're new to me, I've been doing this over 25 years. We've been coaching real estate agents for a long time, over 30,000 real estate agents we've worked with. And the big goal for a lot of these agents is to get to GLMC status, the Greg Luther Millionaire Club. That's where they've bought down all of their debts to zero. They owe $0 to anybody, and they've built a net worth of over $1 million. That's getting to GLMC status. And that's what I love doing, getting more agents that get awarded at our live events. We do a live event every year. They get to walk across the stage after their CPA has given us certification. That's where they stand, and they get the award as a GLMC member. But the fact is, sometimes we can't see the forest because the trees are in the way. And I want you to think about this for a minute. You might be hypersensitive to your immediate income needs that you forgot to step back and look at your overall financials. The reason you can't see the forest is because these front trees are standing right here in the way. What does your total net worth look like? If you were to die today, would your loved ones be passing out all the money, or would they be figuring out how to deal with those bills? Because as honorable as we are, as ethical as we are in the real estate business, if you've worked your tail off year after year after year, if you've done it 2 years, then 5 years, then 10 years, then 20 years, and you're still just treading water, where the second you stop treading water, you're going to sink, you got a problem. You don't have an operating system in place with your real estate business. So you're hypersensitive to your immediate income needs, and you forget to look at your overall financials. You start thinking, well, my bills are $7,300 a month. As long as I can make $7,300 a month, I'll be fine. No, you won't. You will be a 137-year-old real estate agent. That's fine if you want to keep selling, but I don't want you to need to keep selling, just to keep the lights on, to keep the car payment made, to keep paying all these bills because you're dealing with debt. You have to pay everything off. You have to settle up with the IRS. You have to settle up with student loans, with credit cards, with medical bills, all of those things, so you can start building a real retirement for yourself. You know why nobody teaches this? Because nobody knows how to do this. You're learning from a decamillionaire that came from virtually nothing. I dropped out of the 8th grade. I can't tell you I dropped out of high school. I never went. But you're learning from someone that has been there, that has struggled in real estate, and then became one of the top agents in the country because I understand marketing and systems and processes and creating a real operating system around a real estate business. I got tired of struggling every single day, doing freaking open houses. If you don't know what an open house is, that's defined as a place that agents go and no one else does, begging for business. I had enough of that. I did it for years. I was like, I got to find a better way so these prospects will call me. I'm not going to pay Zillow. I'm not going to pay Realtor.com. I'm not paying all these companies that are combining together and just trying to find a new. Well, we sold all the realtors on an area exclusive. Okay, we don't offer that anymore. Now we got this program. We can sell all the same realtors with this. Oh, we don't offer that program anymore. Now we got this. We can sell all our real. The shit don't work. That's the reason they're selling it to you. And then if it worked, they would keep doing it. The truth is, you have to understand you are their customer, not the buyer and seller. You are, and you don't need them. You can generate leads for free or for very little money. You've seen us show examples of $2 and $3 to generate leads. So if you're hypersensitive to those current needs, it causes additional pain. Right? We start making decisions based on financials. Anytime we want to do something, we have to ask the checkbook if we can do that. Bad deal. You have to have the mental mindset to win, but you also need the support at home and from family and your spouse and your kids if you still have kids at home. You have to have that support system around you. It's so crucial. There's nothing more offensive to a real estate agent than to have your loved one say, maybe you should get a real job. Do you know how hard we dedicate ourselves to this business? And to hear that sort of thing, you have to have that support at home because it can be devastating. And unfortunately, if you were to ask it, hey, I really like this thing. I want to buy it. What do you think? Can we buy this right now? Unfortunately, your spouse is going to make a decision, not based on the thing, but based on what you've done with the other things you've bought. And if you've done a bad job with the other things that you've bought, guess what the spouse says? No, we don't have the money right now because you're going to screw it up. So the fact is today, you need immediate income, but you also need to focus on sustainable income. I want you to look at the trees, but I also want you to step back and look at the forest. I want you to look at where you are currently. I want you to look at how well you're providing for your family. I want you to look at the legacy that you're creating right now, because I'm telling you, I might need to get that fire going in you again. You might have shrunken into oblivion. You might have kept shrinking yourself. The market change, the interest rate change, the way we get paid change, all of these things, you're making all of these excuses rather than getting yourself results. So you need immediate income, but you also have to focus on sustainable income. You know, I tell people all the time, the fastest way to wealth is to learn how to turn advertising into profit.
Hey, it's Greg Luther, and listen, if you don't follow this channel, there's a good chance you're never going to see me again. I consistently put out regular content, and it's extremely helpful for real estate agents to grow their business. I want to keep you up to date on what's working so that you're in the know and you can take action accordingly. So be sure that you like and comment here, but most importantly, make sure you follow, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on anything. I'm here to help you in growing your business, and I'd love to do so. Follow right now.